If you want me to care about humans, then prove me wrong. Prove to me that the vast majority of you are not as disgusting as that. Prove to me that you can be civil. Prove to me that the vast majority of you are not evil, sadistic, egocentric pieces of shit.
Her name is Sniper Wolf. In some of her videos, she eats dairy, she eats meat, and she doesn't say don't do it.
Man, if somebody calls me by my legal name, I take it as a form of disrespect. That by itself makes me want to punch a cow.
Punch a cow? Somebody mispronounces your name and you want to punch a cow?
When it's you, yes ma'am.
So let me get this straight. When you're upset with me, it's okay for you to hurt someone else who did nothing wrong. How does this make sense to you exactly? What a bizarre thing to say. Don't you realize your words have impact? This isn't a fucking joke.
Makes me want to punch a cow. Makes me want to punch a cow. Makes me want to punch a cow.
SS Sniper Wolf versus Deep Vegan. You tell me, who is the better human? Write it in the comments and explain your answer. Today we're going to be revisiting this account. His name is Deep Vegan. He's a young man from Sweden. He is an animal rights activist. You can find him over on Instagram under the title deep_vegan. The reason I'm showing you his account is because I find it very interesting and unique. So let's have a look. Here he writes, perfect example of the mindset of the average human. This is why I don't value human lives. I'm going to let you guys read this by yourselves. Personally, I find this kind of comment absolutely disgusting. I think that these people are psychopaths, but the worst thing is that people who are good people do not speak out against this. Even if you're not vegan, how can you possibly let these comments go? How can anyone press like on a post like that? It is so horrifying how people treat animals. If we were talking about a cat or dog and somebody was talking this way, would you be okay with it? I'm not okay with it. And this is why he says that he does not value human lives, because people are so cruel.
So, makes me want to punch a cow. Makes me want to punch a cow. Makes me want to punch a cow.
Here's another post. Again, the same title. Perfect example of the mindset of the average human. This is why I don't value human lives. Read this. "13 people pressed like on this guy's post. Those 13 people are extremely cruel. Not just cruel to animals, but also cruel to him, who cares deeply about the animals."
So, makes me want to punch a cow.
So a reminder, we're looking at who is the better human. The one who wants to punch a cow and who keeps paying for the rape, torture, and murder of innocent animals, or the one who tries to defend the innocent, who never wants to hurt them, eat them, wear them, or use them. You decide. Now, when I first met Deep Vegan,
You can keep hating.
it was over on TikTok. I was intrigued by this young man who is often doing videos from his bed. He is very smart and very kind. And here he is talking. And he says that he just likes to do videos from his bed because it's comfortable. And that's totally fine. Yeah, so let's listen to his words.
All you want, but all you're doing is convincing me more and more that all the non-vegans who died in 9/11, that was a good thing. Because most of the comments and messages I am getting are just as disgusting as the ones I just showed. And if you agree with those comments, then why would I value humans? If humans are like you, I literally have no reason whatsoever to value human lives.
I need my protein. I need my protein. I need my protein.
So what if people like you are stuck in a skyscraper that's on fire and you have to jump out of the window and, get flattened on the ground when you land? So what? Why would I give a fuck if that happens? The world is better off without you.
You know what my favorite food is? You know what my favorite food is? You know what
If your so-called food died in fear, begging for his or her life, did it ever occur to you that this might not be food at all? What Deep Vegan is saying might seem very dramatic and drastic to some of you, but if you were the victim, would you feel the same way? If someone like SS Sniper Wolf was coming at you with a knife, trying to hurt you for a crime you never committed, just for her taste buds?
I need my protein, I need my protein, I need my protein.
Like, you literally give me no fucking reason to care. And yeah, obviously I can't know for sure if, the people who died were as disgusting as you people. But, the more messages and comments like this I keep seeing, the more you are just strengthening my belief that the vast majority of humans are like that. You're just pushing me further and further away from caring about humans because you are representing humans.
So, makes me want to punch a cow. Makes me want to punch a cow. Makes me want to punch a cow.
And about now, you're probably thinking, well, you're pushing me further and further away from caring about animals. But you see, you have no legit reason to care less about non-human animals because of what I say, because I am not representing those animals, right? I am not a part of their group. So it makes no sense for you to care less about them because of literally anything I say, because they are not me. I'm not them. I am not a part of their group. Like, yeah, you can care less about me all you want. I don't care. I don't care how little you care about me, but it makes no sense for you to care less about the animals I'm speaking up for, regardless of what I say. But it makes very much sense for me to care less about humans when you are representing humans. Because if you would make the argument that you don't care about the animals I'm speaking up for because of me, that would be the same reasoning as me saying I don't care about women because I once met a male feminist who cares about those women. Like, he's not representing those women, he's just speaking up for their rights. But because he cares about them, and because I dislike him, that means I don't care about the women he cares about. That makes literally no sense whatsoever. But if that is the argument you make, like, you're pushing me away from veganism, then that is the exact reasoning you are using, and that makes literally no sense whatsoever. Like, you literally have no reason to care less about a group I am speaking up for just because you dislike me, when I am not a part of that group. You can dislike vegans more because of what I say. That would make sense. Although I do not represent the majority of vegans. I wish I did, but I don't. The majority of vegans do not agree with me. The majority of vegans value human lives, regardless of whether they are vegan or not. I do not. So I do not represent the majority of vegans. But I am convinced that you people represent the majority of non-vegans. Try to change my mind. If I gathered, let's say, 1,000 random non-vegans, and I showed all these messages and comments, I am convinced that the majority would agree with those messages and comments. The majority would support those messages and comments. And the more comments and messages like this I see, the more I am convinced of that. Like, you're not helping. You're just you're just pushing me even further away from caring about humans. If you want me to care about humans, then prove me wrong. Prove to me that the vast majority of you are not as disgusting as that. Prove to me that you can be civil. Prove to me that the vast majority of you are not evil, sadistic, egocentric pieces of shit. Prove it to me. Show me. Maybe then I care more. Because the entire reason I stopped caring about humans was because after I went vegan, I started trying to convince others to respect animals as well. But The problem is that the vast majority of people I spoke to, they refused to respect animals because they see them as so extremely inferior that they do not think non-human animals deserve respect. And that has been my experience for the last 5 years, that the vast majority of humans think like that. The vast majority of humans think like you. The vast majority of humans are egocentric, sadistic pieces of shit. So if you want me to care about humans, then show me that you are not like that. Show me that you are not egocentric. Show me that you are not sadistic and evil. Show me that you actually care about the lives of others. Go vegan. Like, show me. Give me a fucking reason to care. Otherwise, why would I? I literally have no reason to care. I'm gonna go ahead and post some more examples.
You can see, again, it's deep _
Disgusting
vegan.
messages and comments which I have received, which cause me to not care about humans. And you can tell me whether you approve of that comment / message by voting thumbs up or thumbs down. And let's see how well you prove my point that humans are horrible.
You might want to pause the screen here to be able to read these and see for yourself how you would have voted.
Imagine if someone were to go to a feminist's page and comment on their posts, bragging about how much they love to rape women. Or imagine if someone were to go to an anti-homophobic page and comment on their posts, bragging about how much they love to beat the shit out of homosexuals and murder them. That would be the equivalent of the comments that you are leaving on my posts. And the messages that you are sending me. That is on the same moral level. So, yeah. And as I can already see from the results of those comments I just posted, the vast majority of you non-vegans, you approve of those comments, which proves my entire point. That just confirms everything I've been saying, that the vast majority of you are sadistic and evil. So yeah, point proven. I rest my case. Like, you literally derive pleasure from knowing that animals are being tortured and murdered because of you. And you derive pleasure from knowing that everyone who cares about those animals is suffering too. That is, like, you can't get any more sadistic than that.
To all of SS Sniper Wolf's fans, be braver than her. Be better than her. Be vegan from now on. Subscribe to this channel, That Vegan Teacher. Press the notification bell. Help us get animals out of hell.